I'm Eloise and welcome to my first DIY wedding advice video. Me and my husband Tom got married last September at Waxham Barn, and we'd been engaged nearly 2 years before we got married, and it was a DIY wedding. For those of you that don't know what a DIY wedding is, it's basically when you have to book and organise all the suppliers and everything yourself, so nothing comes with the venue. And the reason we decided to have a DIY wedding is mainly because of budget. When you go for a sort of a package deal at a venue, you're sort of dictated to with who you can choose as your suppliers. They have a list of caterers, they have a list of florists and venue decorators and that kind of thing. And they say, here you go, pick someone. But obviously you're then kind of tied down to those people and those prices, and it might be that you've seen something on Instagram or on Pinterest or on like a local Facebook group with a supplier that you love and you really want at your wedding, and you can't have it because it's not on that venue's list, and instead you have to pay twice the amount for something that you don't really want. So that's why we decided to go for a DIY wedding. Now, it sounds great. You get to do your day the way that you want to do it. But it is a lot of hard work and it comes with a lot of challenges. Now, I was on a lot of these Facebook groups like Norfolk Brides and Brides 2019, just all of these groups for brides giving each other advice and sharing tips and that kind of thing. But the problem was, none of us had actually done it. None of us got married yet. And so it was kind of like the blind leading the blind. We were all completely in the dark about everything, really. And I also saw quite a few comments of people being like, come on, brides that have already had your wedding day, you've had your lovely day. Can you just help us now? Can you give us some advice? Like, what worked? What didn't work? And so that's why I wanted to make these videos, is just to share some of the things that I learnt with people who are currently planning. And I think especially at the moment with everyone in lockdown and loads of weddings being postponed, like, it must be so frustrating and so disappointing, but at the same time, you've suddenly been given an extra few months, an extra year, however long, you know, it is until your new date, to sort of take a step back and go, okay, what's really important to me? You know, it might be that your venue's given you a new date and then your photographer can't do it, and you've then got to choose between your dream venue and your dream photographer. So if you are thinking of doing a DIY wedding, or you're halfway through planning your DIY wedding and you just need some advice or to hear it from someone who's been there, then I really hope these videos do help. And if there's anything that you particularly want to hear about, then I'd be happy to do a video about that. I'll start with talking about getting your priorities straight, because I think that is so important. But I'll also talk about things like choosing your venue and choosing your bridesmaids and their dresses and all of those little things like that, and which things you should be spending lots of money on and which things you just shouldn't be so fussed about, and just always reminding you to think about your guests' experience and what you're going to enjoy, and not just what you're going to enjoy, but what you and your partner are going to enjoy. Because it's both of your weddings, and I think that's what a lot of people forget, and I think I'll keep coming back to that time and time again. I know a lot of people, their fiancés are just like, oh, whatever makes you happy, yeah, if that's what you like, then great. But that's sort of no way to do it. Like, ask them what they want, and not just a token like, oh, what song do you want to be played after the first dance at the disco. It's like, no, he should have like half the input because he is half of you as a couple. So I hope you find these videos helpful, and please share with anyone else who's currently engaged or who would just be interested to know about how a DIY wedding works. And I'll also share loads of pictures and those kind of things from our wedding day. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Bye.